There's a 71-year-old fence contractor in Ohio who will hand you his entire company for $18,000, a business that nets him $14,000 a month. He's not alone. Across the country, boomer owners are retiring out of businesses nobody wants to buy, and if you bring a little bit of AI, you can turn their leftovers into serious money. Boring businesses win because nobody's competing for them. No venture capital, no influencers, just steady cash flow that's been quietly humming along since the Reagan administration. The owners are usually in their 60s or 70s, tired and ready to hand off the keys for pennies on the dollar. The twist today: every business on this list can now run with one person, sometimes 0 employees, because AI handles the scheduling, the quoting, the routing, even the diagnostics. Stick around because number 4 runs almost entirely on robots mowing lawns while you sleep. And if you're new here, hit subscribe because we do this every week. Let's start at number 10. Number 10, batting cage facility values. Think of the indoor place your kids' travel team practices at 3 nights a week. It's rent, some pitching machines, and a vending fridge. And boomers who built these in the 80s are aging out fast. Startup cost to buy an existing facility runs $150,000 to $300,000, mostly for the building and machines. But here's the shift. New AI-powered pitching machines adjust speed and spin automatically, book themselves through an app, and text parents when a lane opens up. No front desk person required. Owners are running these facilities with 0 on-site staff, just a camera system and a cleaning contractor once a week. Monthly profit after the mortgage is $6,000 to $12,000, almost all of it passive once the app is running the front counter for you. Number 9, commercial mat rental and cleaning. Every restaurant, gym, and office lobby has those rubber mats at the door. Someone swaps them out weekly, washes the dirty ones, and bills the business a flat monthly fee. It's unglamorous, but it's recurring revenue that never stops, because dirt never stops. You can buy into an existing mat route for $20,000 to $40,000, a van, a stock of mats, and a client list. The AI Edge is routing software that plans the most efficient pickup order automatically, cuts drive time by 20%, and sends invoices without a human touching a keyboard. Most owners run these routes solo, maybe with one part-time driver during busy weeks. Profit sits between $8,000 and $15,000 a month, and clients rarely cancel. Swapping a mat is nobody's Tuesday priority. Number 8, vending machine repair. Somebody has to fix the snack machine when it eats your dollar and gives you nothing back, and that somebody is quietly making good money. Startup cost is tiny, $5,000 to $15,000 for tools, a diagnostic kit, and a used van. The old way meant driving around checking machines that seem fine. The AI Edge now is sensors inside newer machines that report their own problems before they fully break. So a technician only drives out when there's an actual issue. One person with a van and a service contract for 200 machines can clear $8,000 to $14,000 a month. No employees, no office, just a phone that buzzes when a machine somewhere needs a new coin mechanism. Number 7, piano moving. It sounds like a punchline, but a single upright piano move can pay $400 to $900, and grand pianos pay even more. Boomers who've run local piano moving companies for 30 years are retiring, and their phone lists, full of piano teachers, churches, and movers who don't want the bomb, are worth real money. Startup cost is $15,000 to $25,000 for a proper truck, ramps, and skid boards. The AI angle: instant online quoting software estimates weight, stairs, and distance from a few photos, and matches you with gig app movers for the day instead of keeping a crew on payroll. Owners run this with 0 full-time employees, just a rotating bench of hired help, booked job by job. Monthly profit typically lands around $10,000 to $18,000. And speaking of things nobody wants to lift, wait until you see what's happening in ponds at number 1. Number 6, deck staining and sealing. Every wooden deck in America needs a fresh coat every 2 to 3 years, or it rots. And most homeowners have no idea how to do it themselves. Startup cost is refreshingly low, $8,000 to $15,000 for a sprayer, pressure washer, and a decent truck. The AI edge here is instant quoting. A homeowner uploads a photo of their deck, software measures the square footage, and spits out a price on the spot. No in-person estimate visit needed. One person can stain 3 to 4 decks a day in season. Profit runs $6,000 to $12,000 a month during the spring and summer push. And because it's seasonal, plenty of owners stack it with snow removal in winter and call it a full-time income with no staff at all. Quick question. When's the last time you went to a backyard wedding and thought about who owns the tent? Nobody does. That's exactly why this business is so quiet and so profitable. Party tent and chair rental companies stock trailers full of tents, tables, and chairs, and rent them out for weekend events at $400 to $2,000 a booking. Startup cost runs $30,000 to $60,000 for inventory and a delivery trailer. The AI Edge is booking and inventory software that prevents double booking the same tent on the same Saturday and routes delivery drivers automatically so nobody's guessing addresses at 6 in the morning. Most owners hire contract delivery help only on event days. There's no year-round payroll. Weekend heavy season profit lands at $10,000 to $20,000 a month, and slow winters are exactly when owners take the money and go fishing. Number 4, landscaping and lawn care. This is the one that runs almost entirely on robots mowing lawns while you sleep. Remember I told you to wait for it. Subscription lawn care companies charge homeowners a flat monthly fee, and now autonomous mowers handle entire properties on a set schedule, guided by GPS boundaries instead of a teenager with a push mower. Startup cost for a small robotic fleet is $10,000 to $30,000. The owner's job shrinks down to monitoring an app, swapping blades, and occasionally unsticking a mower from a fence line. Monthly profit on a route of 80 to 100 properties runs $8,000 to $15,000. And because the mowers work at 2 a.m. if you let them, you're not paying overtime to anyone because there's nobody to pay. Number 3, fence installation. Every neighborhood has a fence guy, and most of them are pushing 65 with a truck full of tools and no exit plan. Buying into an established fence company costs $20,000 to $40,000 for equipment and an existing client list. The AI Edge is instant estimating. Software pulls satellite measurements of a property line and spits out a quote in minutes instead of driving out for a walkthrough. Installation crews are hired per job through contractor apps, so there's no full-time payroll weighing down slow months. A solid operation nets $12,000 to $25,000 a month, especially in growing suburbs where every new house needs a fence before the dog even moves in. And if you think that's good, number 1 involves diving into ponds for buried treasure, literally. Number 2, mailbox and shipping stores. You know the type: packing boxes, private mailboxes, notary services, printing. These franchises have been run by the same boomer owner since the Clinton administration, and plenty are for sale for $80,000 to $150,000, including the build-out. The shift is self-service, package lockers that let customers drop off and pick up without a clerk, AI chat handling, shipping rate questions online, and automated kiosks for printing and faxing. Some locations now run with 0 employees during off-peak hours, just a locker wall and a camera. Monthly profit typically runs $8,000 to $15,000. And the beauty of it is that shipping demand only grows every year. Somebody always needs to send a package to their aunt. Number 1, golf ball recovery from barns. Every golf course pond on Earth is sitting on top of thousands of lost balls, and somebody has to go get them. Divers contract with courses to clear the ponds a few times a year, then clean, sort, and resell those balls online and to wholesalers for 10 to 50 cents each. Startup cost is surprisingly low, $10,000 to $25,000 for dive gear, a sorting machine, and a website. The AI Edge is sorting software with cameras that grade each ball's condition and brand in a fraction of a second, something that used to take a person hours of squinting at logos. A single diver working 20 to 30 courses can pull 200,000 balls a year, and after costs, that's $15,000 to $30,000 a month in pure profit with exactly 1 employee, the guy in the wetsuit. Here's the pattern across all 10 of these. None of them are exciting, all of them are recurring, And every single one now runs with a fraction of the people it used to need. The boomers who built these businesses didn't have AI doing their scheduling, their quoting, or their sorting. You do. That's the entire unfair edge. So tell me in the comments, which one would you actually start? The ponds, the fences, or the robot mowers? I read every comment, and I'm always curious which one people can't stop thinking about. If this kind of thing is useful to you, subscribe, because next week we're digging up 10 more businesses nobody's paying attention to yet.